Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and I thought I would show you how I make stock with my Power Pressure Cooker XL. What I have here is one bag of turkey scraps. These are pieces of skin that we had trimmed off the bird. There are some legs in here and wings that did not get eaten the last time we had big turkeys with a crowd, so they just all got tossed into a bag. And these are scraps. I pretty much am cutting up fresh vegetables every single day. And all of my scraps, my onion peels, my celery tips, carrot peels, peppers, all of that just go into bags in the freezer. And I probably have 2 or 3 more bags full in the freezer. And I just keep reusing these bags. I empty like 95% of what's in them out, and I just will leave like an onion and a piece of celery so I remember what those bags are for. And I throw them back into the freezer just to keep them going so that I'm not throwing that bag away and being wasteful and then going and getting another bag. So I just keep using these bags to put scraps in. So I have pulled 2 scraps out, and it's just a conglomeration of different things. This one looks like it has a lot more onion in it. Looks like onion, celery, maybe a couple of carrot peels. This one, same thing, onion, celery, carrots. I see a couple pepper pieces in here. So I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna throw them into my Power Pressure Cooker along with the turkey, and then I'm gonna fill it up to the top with water. I already have this set, it's already starting to heat. I have it on 10 hours. When it gets to the end of the crock pot cycle or the slow cooker cycle, it'll go to keep warm. Now, I have a busy day today. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I will be doing other canning later this afternoon. I have, I don't know, 8 or 10 pineapples I need to can, and I really have some beans I should can also. So my bean bin in my pantry is absolutely overflowing. So if I have time, I will get to that also. But today, my priority is stock and pineapple, because my working freezer, I have a freezer in here. This is just my small drawer freezer. I have other freezers outside. I have like a big upright freezer, and then I have another fridge freezer combo on the porch. And that's where I keep the majority of my meats and vegetables. This is just my working freezer where I keep my stock bags. As I bring figs in and produce from the garden that I want to freeze, I throw it in here till I get bags full, and then either I use them or I move them to another freezer. So I need to make some space, so I need to make some stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 3 bags in here, fill water up to the top, and I'm going to let it cook until I am ready to can. When I am absolutely, about less than an hour from being ready to start this canning process, I will turn it on to pressure cook for probably about 15 minutes to leach every last bit out of the bones that I can get. I could have also started this yesterday and just let it slow cook for 2 days, but I forgot. I meant to do it last night, so when I'm in a hurry, I guess I can't say in a hurry because this is like a 10-hour process, but I can go ahead and turn it on to the pressure cook to get the last of the nutrients out of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get this filled up and get it started, and then I'm going to continue on with the rest of my day, and later this afternoon I'll start canning pineapple. Okay guys, this is what it looks like full. Normally it is more bones than meat. This is some turkey that I had saved that I was going to make soup with, and I never got around to making soup, and I ended up just tossing other turkey parts in with it. And what I'll do is, once this is completely cooked, I'll take the meat out that is off the bone, because it's just going to end up falling off the bone, and that will go to the dogs. And I'll throw the bones away, I'll strip the bones out, and the veggies then go to the chickens. So there are garlic in here, let's see. That is one of the things I think that just make it taste so much better. I save all of my garlic peels whenever I peel garlic, and I throw the garlic peels in here too, and I think that just gives it such great flavor. So my top 4 are celery, onions, garlic, and peppers. Those are the 4 main vegetables that are in here, and if I end up with something else, I'll toss it in. But those are the 4 main things that I put in here, along with some herbs. And today I think I'm going to throw a little bit of rosemary in, because I have plenty of rosemary growing on the front porch. But I'm gonna put the lid on and let this start cooking, and none of this will go to waste. It'll go to chickens, it'll go to dogs, it'll go to compost pile, and all the liquid is gonna go in jars to make wonderful, delicious stock. So let this go and I'll go work at the rest of the house, which is calling my name. Okay, it has been about 4 hours since I started this, and you can see the nice dark color that the stock is getting from the onions and the carrots and the turkey. So it is just going to keep cooking down and getting more and more flavorful as the day goes on. But I just wanted to kind of stop at a halfway point and let you see what it looked like, and kind of stir it up a little bit and put the lid back on and let it keep cooking. Okay, it finished the 9 hours of slow cooker, and I put it on 15 minutes of pressure. It's already done that, and I've been letting it sit for about half hour, so I'm going to scoot this out so that the pressure doesn't release under my cabinets. It's just not good for the underside of them. And go ahead and let any remaining off, just a tiny little bit in there, and then I'll start ladling it out and putting it into a colander and let the liquid go down into a bowl, and then I'll end up canning the liquid. I have the vegetables in the colander and it's straining down into this bottom one. I still have quite a bit of stock left in the pot right now, but what I have done is taken what has strained off. I had it originally in this bowl, dripping into this bowl, and I just moved it. And now I am straining it into here. I have a little small mesh screen to catch any little small pieces that the big colander did not get. And these are just hot bottles that I've had in the sink in really, really hot water, the jars. The pineapple is in the canner right now, and when that is finished, I'll dump out a bunch of the water, and it'll still be super hot and ready for me to put the stock in. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish straining it and get all my jars filled. Okay, I dumped a bunch of the water out because I was using this as a water bath canner. I just pulled all of my pineapple out, and it is sitting here cooling down. And I have all of my vegetable turkey stock in here right now. I'm getting ready to put the lid on and let it start venting. Once it has vented for 10 minutes, then I will set my timer for 25 minutes. Okay, I just heard the timer go off, so I can go ahead and turn this off and turn the heat off. And I only needed to be canning at 10 pounds. This one tends to hold about 15 or so quite easily, even though when I turn it down to like 4. So I just leave it there. As long as it stays between 10 to 15, I just pretty much leave it there. But I needed 10 pounds of pressure for 25 minutes. It canned at 15 for 25, but that is a-okay. So now this is turned off. I'm gonna let it calm down till I don't hear any more rocking, I don't hear any more bubbling, and it completely comes down off pressure, and this little thing drops. That's my little valve. And when that drops, when the button drops, then I know I can take the lid off, and I can take my cans out, my jars out. So I'm gonna let this go ahead and cool down. This is what the stock looks like after it came out of the canner. Everything sealed perfectly. I'm letting it sit for a day before I pop the bands off and test the lids. Then I will wipe the jars off and label them and put them in the pantry.